Well, after 2 years of investigating whether or not Donald Trump was a Manchurian candidate whose campaign colluded with the Russians to defeat Hillary Clinton, the Mueller investigation is over, and the report reveals that there was, ding ding ding, no collusion. Maybe CNN is finally ready to apologize for being wrong about everything for the last 2 years.
And I think we've done, the media, the press has done one of the great reporting jobs in the history, especially of covering a presidency by the most news organizations. And look, let's look at where the disinformation and mistakes and lying have come from. Hasn't come from the press. It's come from the President of the United States and those around him.
They've done the best job in history. Surely their senior media analyst, Brian Stelter, can admit that the Mueller report's conclusions are devastating for CNN's reputation, which will be forever tarnished. Right, Brian?
Don't be fooled by the partisans who cherry-pick the worst mistakes of individual journalists or the craziest ideas from commentators and claim that's the entire media. It's not. You're going to hear this from the right for the next days and weeks to come. The press basically made all this up to take down President Trump. But the press is just following a trail that Trump created. He has proven time and time again that he cannot be trusted.
Oh, it's Trump that can't be trusted, not the liberal media. Let's see if MSNBC is taking the news that President Trump is innocent any better.
It feels like the seeds of a cover-up are here.
Well, I mean, theoretically, it could happen, right?
Now there's a new conspiracy! Nancy Pelosi agrees, tweeting out, quote, "The American people and the world demand that they release the full report. What are they hiding?" They only released the summary so far because in the actual report is a bunch of classified information, including sources and methods that needs to be redacted before it's released to the public. Poor James Comey, who's literally the man solely responsible for the creation of the special counsel, because he wrote up a memo saying that President Trump had something to hide and then leaked it to his friend, who he ordered to leak it to the press, tweeted out a picture of himself standing at the edge of a cliff, saying that geological time offers a useful perspective. Don't do it, Jim. I'm sure that your wife and kids still love you. That was on Saturday after we had already learned that there would be no more indictments. And then after the summary was released, revealing that there was no collusion or obstruction, he posted another picture of himself standing in the middle of a redwood forest, staring up at the trees with the caption, "So many questions." Well, maybe Congresswoman Maxine Waters is finally willing to admit that she too was wrong and now ready to move on with her life.
Well, I want to tell you that this president has a way of trying to get into people's heads and indoctrinate them. He's been saying no collusion, no collusion, no collusion over and over again for a long time now. And he's going to try and conclude that this report is proving that there's no collusion. And you have a lot of his sycophants who will, take the nod from him and they'll say the same thing. But we cannot allow them to get away with this. He does this all the time.
We can't allow them to get away with this, she says. It's just never going to end with these people. In fact, many of them are doubling down and concocting new conspiracies of a cover-up. Maybe we should be glad because they're going to provide us with endless entertainment for the next 6 years. But it is great to have this enormous cloud that's been hanging over the Trump administration since day one finally evaporate. And the president came out looking like a champ. And so I can't think of a better time to release my new Trump Thug Life t-shirt. Order yours from my online store, MarkDice.com, or click the link in the description below. Like all of my designs, it's available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie. I've had this shirt finished for months and months. I've been holding on to it, waiting for the right time to release it, which is now. So head on over to MarkDice.com or click the link in the description below to order yours today.